Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased technical analysis. And after an almost $20 drop today, the SPY decided we're gonna take a pause today by giving us some choppy price action, and we're gonna talk about that and more. Let's go. So this morning I wrote to the group that we are halfway through the week and so far it's been an overall easy trading week with one directional moves, this time to the downside. But as we all know, market doesn't just stay in one direction, in the one directional phase forever. Eventually the chop phase will come where price picks a range, consolidating it, trapping both bulls and bears until it eventually decides to either continue the trend or reverse. Okay, and of course I do the thing where I identify the first levels. All right, got first resistance at 393.5 with first support at 392. Okay, so we look at the 15-minute chart, and SPY gave us a big open, the quick open, clearing the 43.5 and quickly hitting that 395 level that I mentioned. Okay, next candle gave us a false breakout setup, closing back below 393.5, going down to hit the 392 price target. So in the beginning, we had a hot stove rejection from the 395's level, then a hot stove bounce, aka the Pennywise bounce, from the 392 support. So I quickly identified the range, with the range being 392 to 395, with 393.5 as the equilibrium level, or the magnetic level. And as you can see here, we pretty much chop in that range all day between 392 to 395. It was very trappy. This one right here, there's one trade right here that was alerted in the group. When we cleared 395, I alerted the group. We got the clearing of 395, which put a higher price target around 397 in play. However, since it's a chop day, we had to watch for the false move. We had to watch for the false move, and I told the group to look to short when we get the false breakout setup. Okay, so I wrote it right here. 395 cleared on the 15-minute chart, 397 now in play. However, we need to watch out for the false move. If 395 fails, look to short. Okay, and that's exactly what we did. Or hopefully most of us did, but we got that false breakout setup, and it gave us a nice drop from 395 down as low as 392.3ish, and it spent the rest of the day even in an even smaller chop range. But like I said, from 392 to 395, these trend phases, that we had usually lead to the chop phase or chop days like we had today. The question is, how long will this chop phase continue? Okay, it can continue till another day, it can continue till Friday, it can continue till next week, because mind you, this drop was almost a $20 drop. We're gonna get some chop. It's not gonna just go straight down all the time. Okay, however, it is possible. All right, if the momentum's strong, we did get that big breakdown of the rising wedge yesterday. Today could have been a cool off, and then tomorrow could be the continuation. Okay, so obviously we could chop more, or we could go up, we could go down. I know some people make fun of me for that, but it's not just as simple as, oh, it's going to chop, it's going to go up or go down. We have to know the levels, know the setups, so that we can trade it unbiasedly. So we know what it looks like when it goes up. We know what it looks like when it's going to go down. We'll know what it looks like when it continues chopping. So if it continues chopping, like I said, the range for today was 392 to 395. I want to see a breakout or a breakdown of this range, and then I would favor a continuation. All right, now if it breaks out up to 395, all right, I would look for calls, and I would target this white Fibonacci trend line here. Okay, it's at 397.4 now, and the Fibonacci level, another Fibonacci level, 398.5, and the back test of the rising wedge would be around 400.9. Okay, but that would start with clearing 395. Okay, that was the bull case scenario. The bear case scenario is simple. Continue to defend 395 as resistant like it did today, with 397.4 and 398.5 or 400.9 highs, okay? 400.9 highs. We could always get the back test, you know, to try to lure some more bulls and back test and at this breakdown line as a resistance, see some rejection, then continue downwards. That's always a possibility. If it recaptures 400.9 and get back above this trend line from October low, that's a false breakdown setup, which would be very bullish. Okay, so that's the bull case scenario, and it begins with the recapture and clearing of 395. Bear case scenario, we need to take down 392. That was today's range. Okay, lower range, take out 392. And maybe we can go down and see 390. That's his white line right here. And maybe lower price targets below 390. I got 388, 385.5, 383-ish. And you got to watch for that 50-day moving average. It's currently around 382 right now. Okay, below 382, I got support around 380 to 381 zone. All right, now as far as the bear case scenario goes, it starts if we can break down that 392 level. All right, you guys got my levels. Bull case starts, take out the 395 level. Bear case starts, take out the 392 level. Anything between 392 to 395 is a continuation of the chop zone. When we trading chops, it's a different approach from trend days. Trading chops, I prefer scalping. You got to identify the range. You can short from the top of the range, long from the bottom of the range. But even that can be challenging as well, because remember, on chop days, the goal for market makers is to, one, build strength for the next trend move, either up or down, or to fake us out. Fake out the bulls, fake out the bears with these weak moves that consists of weak follow through. Okay, so chop days safe for the scalp. If you don't want to scalp, like I said, wait for the break of the range. 395, bull case scenario. Below 392, bear case scenario. Okay, this is sheet style trading. Bah! Triple Q here. All right, well, we got the false breakout yesterday, like I said, off this blue trend line. Today, I had that breakdown level based on this orange trend line around 279.5. We got a wash below it intraday, but just could not close below. All right, you can see that see by this candle, we had another chop day with Triple Q as well. I do believe if we break down 279.4-ish, break down this orange trend line, I do believe the bearish continuation will continue down. All right, I have levels around 278 and 276, but I will be favoring a test of that 272 to 273 zone if we can take down that 279.5 support level. Okay, now that's the bear case. For me to be bullish, the bull case, it needs to clear 283 to put 284.34 in play, with 287.6 and 290.7 above that. Okay, take out 279.5, bear case continues. Recapture 283, we can get that bull case back. Make sense, guys? We're going to make it as simple as we can in today's video. Today we have an inside day candle for Dow Jones, okay? That breakdown of 340 yesterday held. Next support right now is at 334.72, okay? So usually with inside day candles, the previous day is this candle. We call that the mother day. The current day, today's day candle, which is within the range of the mother candle. We wait for the breakout or the breakdown, okay? So breakout level will be 340.64. If that clears, look for calls. So breakdown level is 334.72. If that breaks down, look for puts. Okay, now that's the inside day candle setup. For resistant right now, I do have 336.5, 338, and 340 above. Like I always say, look to long when resistant clears, look to short when the support breaks, especially that 334.7 level. Okay, above 340, I'd be a little more bullish on the Dow Jones. But as long as below, I am bearish, and I just need to see the next support level break down so we could trigger more downside, possibly down to 332.6, 330-ish, and maybe all the way back down to 325.3-ish. All right. And I got here some Tesla finally got the breakdown of that 172 level. That's great. After we had that false breakout of the blue trend line on Monday, yesterday Tesla showed some continuation, and today showed a little more continuation, breaking down 177. That is now 177.5. That's now resistant. Okay, I also have resistance around 175.4. Okay, next support's around 173.3 ish, with 172 below, and 170, 167.8 ish, then 166.6. Stay bearish as long as we're below 177.5. However, if bulls can recapture 177.5 resistance, the next critical resistance based on that blue trend line is 180.2. Clear that. That will put 186 back in play. Above 186, I would swing longs targeting 191.2 and 200. All right. Apple showed some good follow through, very similar to Tesla. Tesla showed follow through, so did Apple. We broke down that 143.5 level. I mentioned that will be tomorrow's resistance, and I will not be bullish unless 143.5 is recaptured. So Apple showed some follow through and dropped as low as 190 today. Okay, next critical resistance right now is 141.7. Needs to recapture that and clear 143.5 to trigger an up move up to 147. And above that, I'll be bullish with 149.6 and 152.5 is below. Okay. Now, as long as below 141.7, Apple can continue its downtrend move with the next support around 139. 139 fail, we can go fill the gap around 138.5-ish and maybe drop as low as 134.5 and 133.8-ish. Okay, now let's look at some inverses. Start this off with DXY. And we had the breakout or the recapture of this descending triangle. Looks like we're going to get a false recapture. There's still 51 minutes left for DXY, but usually a bearish DXY is bullish for the SPY. Okay, so DXY need to get back above 105.3 to keep this breakout in play, or look bullish and put upside targets in play. 106.3ish, 107.1ish. Okay, as long as below 105.3, that's bearish, with 104.3 and 103.8ish as the next targets. Okay, VIX managed to close back above that 22.5 level. Okay, that's a very critical level. As long as it holds, 23 to 24 zone is still in play, with 25 and 26.5 above that. Okay, as long as the VIX can look bullish, SPY can possibly continue to look bearish. However, if VIX drop back below 22.5, that's a false breakout setup. Okay, false breakout, very bearish. And if VIX is going to start looking bearish, most likely the SPY can start looking bullish. So keep an eye on the VIX. All right, guys, we're going to end this with the option flow. Filter for 500K premiums or above. Overall, 76% in the put, so bearish. But looking at these contracts, not seeing nothing that really sticks out as far as the size order go. But maybe we can get some above ask. And yes, we do. All the above ask are mostly in the puts. Okay, some out. This was out the money. This one's really in the money. Okay, so big money is still bearish on SPY. All right, let's look at triple Q, and you see here big money's overall bearish on triple Q as well. We got some really in the money puts here. 400 strike price, you know, over $5 million. Okay, this is 355 strike price. So really in the money puts. Okay, those look like hedges. Dow Jones, I doubt anything. Oh, okay, so Dow Jones has something today. Got a put 1.2, 300 strike price. September 29th. Okay, looking like a leap. So 300 strike price for puts. Out the money. Tesla, 97% for puts. Holy moly, we're still getting those big orders. This is over $20 million. So some really in the money puts. 250 strike price. This is $42 million. Some really in the money puts. 283.33 strike price. So these look more like hedges, guys. Usually signs of bullishness, but I don't know. I don't truly know what the intentions are behind these orders, but I can tell you 117, yeah, very in the money puts like this, usually a bullish sign. But we gotta let the price action, guys. Look at this. Apple, 20,000 inside over 100 million. This is a split order, 195. So really in the money puts here. Okay, 23 million, over 9,000 size, 165 strike price. Really? In the money puts, okay? 170 strike price, over 36 million. All right, this is some interesting stuff. So we're seeing both Tesla and Apple getting some really in the money puts. Let's end this with DXY, no DXY. VIX. Nothing for VIX. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want more content from Uncle Charters, please consider joining my Discord. I got the information for it in the pinned comments below, and I got some holiday deals going on, so please take advantage. Thank you guys for your support. Peace.